Well, guys, I'm still here on the couch. Just watched another video that basically the title was, Why is the Nicaraguan housing market that depressed? And so, versus talking about is it depressed or not, let me give you some variables. Yes, we have a very strong expat community. That used to be the case in prior to 2018. We also started to see a move up of the market in 2019. So let me give you some stats, old stats about 2019. Now, one of the good things as it relates to being part of Keller Williams is data. Data. I can base everything that I say about actual data points with Keller Williams, okay? So 2019, we did a total, let me just move up to this, closed deals. So we started operation in 2017. Then 2018, we did 118 transactions, we being Keller Williams as a group. And in 2019, it went up a little bit to 230, well, doubling, okay? And then, of course, a lot of people say that because of COVID, it started going down. Yes, we had a depressed market, but still it was going up because some people, for example, from Canada, from the U.S., started to come here. And we also noticed people wanted to change the property that they had. What do I mean with change? People wanted to have a larger home or a smaller home because they didn't have the money, or a larger home to allow them to have a yard in the back, a pool in the back, and to have better living conditions during the start of COVID, okay? So let's go on and look what's happening today, because that is where we want actual data. Okay, so let me just give you a generality of what is happening for us as the Nicaragua real estate team vis-a-vis just the market in general. Now, we are blessed to say that our market has pretty much exploded, okay? What do I mean with exploded? It has grown like crazy. That's why we had to add more administrative staff to support the business that we have and are getting, okay? We close quite a few deals on a monthly basis. I'm not going to sit here and toot the horn, etc., but I'm going to give you company general data. I don't want to talk about what we do, but better to talk about what the company overall does. But what we are seeing is the following. More and more Nicaraguans are coming back to their homeland and to retire. And there are two factors going on there. One, if they're younger, they're coming back because it's getting ridiculously expensive in the U.S. Just look at the housing market. You know, where you saw houses going on the market for, let's say, $250, and people were offering $300, $350, whatever they had cash, and they were all cash deals, which was unheard of last year, the amount of cash deals that we were seeing as real estate agents in the U.S. So that is one. The other thing that we're seeing is more families, Nicaraguan families, are looking at properties and saying, we want to retire, we're not ready, but we want to start buying properties now because the price of properties is at a very low level, comparatively speaking to 2017, which was one of the highs. The other low point was in 2008, okay, which was a global disaster in the housing market. So coming back to 2022, that's the year that we're in right now. So let me give you some data that is happening in the overall business, our business. So let me tell you some things that is important to know about data. Number one, how many agents do we have involved at Keller Williams and the impact of the data points that we have. We have approximately 120 agents countrywide. And let's talk a comparison of 2022 to 2021. So, and this is up to October. So keep that in mind, up to October. Okay. We did 456 closings in 2022 up to October. And if you compare that to 2021, it was 381 units. So that was an increase of 75 units. Okay. So as you can see, when I look at these data, that was already a 40% increase. So can you say that our market is depressed because of that? I don't believe so. Is it accelerating at a crazy pace? No, it's not. But to call the Nicaraguan market depressed, no. It is, there are more sellers than buyers, but that is our local economics, but it's not depressed. If you want to sell, you can get it sold. That is a fact, but it also depends on the quality of your house, the price of your house, how it's marketed, etc. So you need to have all those variables that are important to get your house sold. Okay, so let me go on to some additional data. In the month of October, we sold company-wide again, company-wide. In October, 52 units were sold. In 2021, 38 units were sold. Okay. So let's talk about the volume of sales, which that is also important. So year to date, so January to October, we sold $47 million. Did you hear that? 47 million. In the previous year, which was not a bad year, but it was not a perfect year, we sold almost $32 million. That is a increase of over 46%, or a difference of $15 million sold. Year to date, in listings, we have 246 listings, and the previous year 198. So our number of listings has increased by 48 units, or 45%. So as it relates to us, we have seen a significant increase over 2021 as well as 2019. So what we are seeing, our market, so Paul Damon and Ghislaine's market, what we are seeing is that we're getting more and more clients out of Canada, and we're getting more and more clients out of the US and the European markets. And we attribute that capturing, if that's what you want to call it, it's all about the storytelling about why Nicaragua, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So we believe that with the interactions that we have with the clients that are coming and clients that we already have here, they are looking for a better quality of life at a lower cost, less stress in their life, and reset their button as to the quality of life being attributes, do I have a large yard, or do I have a large finca, with 3, 4, 5 acres with trees, so I can become a little bit more self-sufficient and provide a better area for my kids to play in. Some of them are doing homeschooling and not so concerned about what type of schooling is being offered in the different communities. So our client base is, I would say, 50% that we're getting are Nicaraguans coming back home, and the other 50% are expats. So we concentrate on both, and we're able to do what we're doing, okay? So I can definitely say the market is depressed, maybe, if somebody wanted to call it depressed, only because supposedly we have a lot of properties for sale and they're not moving. Well, then you got to ask yourself, why aren't they moving, Paul? Well, some people have a price set, and I tell them when they tell me, hey, Paul, I want to sell this property at, let's say, 400,000. Okay, and I have a few of those, and I say, that 400,000 you're not going to get in the next 5 to 10 years. Oh, I can wait. Well, if you have that attitude, if I can say, and you can say, I can wait, ask yourself, what is going to be Paul's effort in moving a property, in advertising, and putting money into the bag of properties that Paul has, and put money in that one, because you say, if I get it 400,000, I'll sell it. And it's overpriced, and that I advised you at a different number. Okay? Just because you bought your property, let's say 10 years ago at 400,000, that doesn't mean that you're going to sell it again at 400,000 or more in current market. Okay, that is a difference between the U.S. market and Nicaragua. The U.S. has a higher value point. It has grown quite a bit because of COVID and other things, and a lot of young families having money and just paying cash, and etc. And people of the older generation, so could be people that are getting close to retirement, or people that are retired saying, I don't need this large home. I can sell it now for significantly more than I would if I wait another 5 to 10 years. But you can see now the price is leveling down significantly. You don't see these outrageous markets anymore, especially in the Midwest, where we just recently came back from Kansas City, and it's still moving at a rapid pace, but at a slower rate. So you can still move rapid, but the incremental increase is getting lower, and to a certain extent is going down. Okay? So is it still good to buy property here in Nicaragua? Well, like I said, I have the data points to show you that, yes, it's a very good market. It's still a solid market, and you can buy at a better price today than it was pre-COVID and pre-2018, okay? The prices had leveled off. In some areas, we see increases, like San Juan del Sur. In some suburbs of Managua, we're seeing that the prices are higher than they were in previous years, okay? But overall, in areas like Granada, Niquinomo, Catarina, you go to Masaya, you can go to León, Las Peñitas, Poneloya, El Tránsito. You go to all those different areas that we go and are working on a daily basis. We see prices at a low, comparatively speaking, to prior to 2018. In some areas, there are 20, 30, maybe 40% below the market of 2018, pre-2018. Okay, so I would say our market is very good. It's not depressed. I mean, yeah, it's depressed if you say, look at all the volume of properties. But I can tell you that based on our experience as Keller Williams Nicaragua, with 120 agents that are on the market on a daily basis, at times we cannot even find the right property at the right price for clients, okay? And we will negotiate, and it doesn't happen, so we have to keep on looking. Okay, I don't want to labor this point. I hope you enjoyed this video and putting some data and showing that our market is healthy. And could it be better? Yes, but it's a healthy market. So if you're interested in buying real estate in Nicaragua, you know where to go. come to Keller Williams Nicaragua, and hopefully you will choose us here at Nicaragua Real Estate Team. And as you know, we're based in Granada. We work out of Managua. We also have an office in León and in San Juan del Sur, and then we also go to other areas. We're not trying to go all over the country, but we do because we have local agents working with us that are working under our banner of Nicaragua Real Estate Team. Again, thanks a lot. You all have a great day. Take care.